Go live here. Does that work?
Hey, we're only 5 minutes late.
Only 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's always good. Working today. Can't chat. Use my phone. Well, that is good that you're tuning in. You're working on. I can't believe you're working today. You were up till like midnight last night or something. I saw you playing Gloomhaven at like 11. I know you can't chat.
He's still up, maybe still playing. Does that count as work? Are you talking? Because if you are, I cannot hear you anymore. I think Jeff might be having technical difficulties. I hope not. Hello? I guess I'll have to tell some jokes. Mm. Oh, I can hear you now. Where does a ghost go on vacation? Malibu. So stupid. Um, but yeah, I could hear you the last time.
Yeah, I'm working on my sound real quick.
Yeah.
Might have to go to
What
headset.
is in a ghost's nose? Boogers.
All right,
Oh
I think I
man.
got correct sound now.
Yeah, you sound better.
Boogers. That was a good one, actually.
Boogers. Yeah. Halloween jokes are hilarious. Maybe from now on, instead of just picking like topic jokes, I'll just do Halloween jokes. This one has 127 laugh out loud Halloween jokes and riddles. So, yeah, that's something.
I'm trying to calibrate. Looks like we're having all kinds of troubles.
Recalibration.
Yeah, my guy's not responding very good either today. Oh, is it too hot?
Because it's Halloween.
It's spooked.
Like, yeah, your eyeballs are all over the place, though. That's pretty funny. They're like not wanting to stay in the spot.
Good enough. We'll get the
Hmm.
show on the road. Yeah, at least my head works. Poor camera.
Yep.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Darcy.
Mm. Good morning, Jeff.
She forgot my name. She couldn't get it out.
No, I was taking a sip of coffee.
She's like,
That
who
was poor
who is this
timing.
person I work with?
Yeah, I would have. Good
And
morning.
why is he so tiny? It's like my
And
guy zoomed out too.
you sure did.
Cool. We have a very exciting show for all our friends today. We have a Halloween special.
Yay.
The crowd rejoices. That's where we need the sound effects. That would be so cool.
I
So
thought
cool.
I thought I was the sound effects.
Well, you need
An upgrade.
backup singers. That's what
Oh
you need.
yeah, for
You know,
sure.
to give you a little more chorus. You need the
Yep.
background that where you're the lead, of course. You're the main.
Yeah. No, it just that reminds me of I don't know if I've said it here before, but when I used to do karaoke all the time, my best compliment was that I was super monotone, and the girl gave it to me like it was a compliment. So now I feel like, well, my sound effects are probably pretty monotone too. They're like, could be better. Whoa,
Yeah, I'm switching up something real quick
you sure are. I like it.
because I'm looking over to the other side because I don't have a other screen, so you get to see behind the scenes of how we adjust
Mhm.
ourselves. There we go. Now I can look at you while you're talking. That's a lot better. But I guess switch this one too.
Oh, we had to switch back.
to our originals.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Do I need to? Oh,
There we go. And then talking. One more. See, we have 3 different scenes. So many scenes.
I know.
So, what type of stories do you think we're gonna tell today?
Scary stories.
Well, I don't like scary stories.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat then. What's the opposite? You're in for a trick then.
What's the opposite? It's in the name of the thing you do at the door. What do you want to do? What do you want? Do you trick?
You get one of 2 choices. If you're lucky, you get both.
Tricked and treated? Well, yeah,
Mhm.
that's the jump scares at the door. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mom was just talking about wanting something up your league where she wanted to go to a haunted house. And she mistook, I think, our discussion about haunted stuff the other day, the other week, for my interest in it.
Ah.
I don't want to get an evil ghost attached to me. I don't discount they exist, but I don't go looking to prove they exist.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. No, I would prefer not to. I don't know. I've gone to some haunted places. Rick and I did the haunted tour down in Ybor, and then we went to the Conjuring House in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna do the Maystringer House, I think. I think we already have a reservation. Unfortunately, I guess against my wishes, it's gonna be like an all night thing. I'm like, I go to bed before it gets dark for crying
An
out loud, and now
all-night
I have
thing.
to. Not only do I have to stay up late, I have to stay up all night.
What's the
Anyway,
reason that ghosts only operate at night?
well, when we went to the Conjuring House, we were there during the day, early in the day. I think it was before noon, and Rick caught some ghosts on there. So I don't know. I think maybe it's just scarier at night. Although probably one of the scariest I've ever been when I worked graveyard. I had a nightmare, and I don't know, it was probably like 10 in the morning. It was all sunshiny outside, and I was scared. I was so scared when I woke up. I couldn't get out of bed for like 15 minutes. I lived by myself, so it was like extra scary. And then having this realization that you can be so scared to not want to get out of bed even when it's light out. That was probably the scariest thing. I'm like, I can see. It's not even dark and it was still scary, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that would be. I don't think I've ever seen. I guess it was daylight when we went to the insane asylum,
Ooh, yeah. Forget that. No thanks.
and that was an unsanctioned uh, event. Like, you
Right?
didn't pay
You weren't
tickets.
you
Yeah,
weren't
it
being
was.
admitted. It was
Yeah,
a
we weren't being admitted.
it was a sneaky situation. Yeah,
Well, it wasn't
no
really
thanks.
sneaky. There was no sneaking about it because it was like way down on the end of this road, and so it
Oh.
was out in the middle of nowhere.
Everyone that you were passing were like, "Oh, great, a
There was
bunch
no
of
way
kids
even on
going
the
out there
road.
again."
Yeah, no,
Oh.
there was nobody.
Ooh.
It was just like out there in some
Yeah,
cornfields
no
and stuff.
thanks.
Yeah, yeah, and it was just this big giant thing, and then, yeah, and then it was abandoned, and so we were urban. What are
Or
those
so
urban?
you
Just
thought.
yeah, or so you thought. It just felt weird the whole time.
Well, that was
Yeah,
probably the asbestos.
yeah, it probably was. And the craziest thing is they had this. I know what it is now. I think. I think it's a corn dryer. So it's a giant bird cage. Okay, just
Mhm.
think of a giant bird cage. Perfect image. A
Okay.
wire one. Just really a bird cage, like you see, like Tweety Bird lived in.
Yeah.
And they had just a single toilet in the center of it, and it was outside. And that I assume they put people in it, and so it was not. It was a very interesting place that they had
And you
there.
said it's a corn dryer? What?
I think that's what I think its real use is. I think it's a thing for drying corn. I think farmers
Oh,
use it
and the
technically.
toilet's there
No,
for
no, the toilet wouldn't be there. That part
oh,
wouldn't be there.
that was added later
I believe that was the
for
customization
shock
inside.
value.
Yeah, I think that was the
Yeah.
customization added for this insane asylum. I think they just put people in it, and of course they had a bathroom.
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting
Yeah,
down.
they
Like
repurposed
like
it.
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
So it wasn't an air dryer that somebody or corn dryer air dryer.
yeah. The insane
Yeah.
asylum wasn't growing corn or dealing with
Yeah,
corn.
they were like, "Hey,
Hmm.
this looks like it could have more than one use."
Hmm. Hmm.
Huh.
That
Interesting.
was kind of weird, and then the rest of the place was just mainly trashed, but it was just weird.
Yeah, from all
Walking
the
into
kids
padded
going in.
rooms, stuff like that.
Yeesh.
We didn't see any kind of like House on a Haunted Hill where they had like surgery rooms or something. Like you're
Right.
like, oh, whoa. And we didn't go down in the basement like super. Maybe there was extra levels down. You never know, but it didn't
Yeah.
seem like it, at least from memory.
It's probably for the best. Yeah, and like all those haunted shows that somebody always like gets put into the I don't know, one of those refrigerator where you put the corpses,
Mm-hmm.
and then they
Goonies,
close them in there.
where Chunk got stuck in with the dead
Yeah,
body.
maybe that's why they do it. But yeah, like I don't know, because we would watch those haunted shows, and every if they ever went to a hospital, somebody always ended up in one of those for a few hours. Like, no thanks. That sounds like how do you not get claustrophobic, let alone just, you know, poop your pants? Like, that just sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
You wouldn't sleep for days. I don't know, but I guess, if that's your job and those are the things you do, you probably don't sleep at night anyway. But again, it's you can get scared during the day too, so no thanks.
Yeah. Obviously, you told us your scary story.
Huh?
Scary story day. So what kind of
Yeah.
scary stories? Where do you think Halloween started from?
Um, I think I don't know. People just wanting to have uh, candy. Just kidding.
That's the
They're like,
that's
we
like the
need more
daddy long
candy
legs
corn.
conspiracy we have.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
somebody's just like, how do I get more candy?
How do
Or
I how do I get people to give me candy? And if I don't, I have an excuse to TP their house.
or oh yeah, TPing now. That's like you get in trouble. I would be scared to do TPing as a kid these days.
Well, yeah, because everyone's got a camera on their house. I never did it. It
Oh,
just seemed like a really mean thing to do to somebody's house.
oh, Grant. Patricia says it started in Ireland. And good day,
It
DB.
feels right. Good
Okay,
morning.
well, let's see. They probably talked about it. She's cheating. She probably heard this week on one of her special Today shows. Or
Yes.
she knew. She's a historian of Halloween.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
Um, as the leaves turn a vibrant shades. Okay, what does Halloween mean? The current English name Halloween traces back to medieval Christianity. The word hallow is derived from the Middle and Old English words for holy. Okay, that's the opposite of what I was thinking. Um, as a noun, it can also mean saint. In those days, the Christian holiday we know as All Saints' Day was called All Hallows' Day. Oh, okay. And the day before, when an evening mass was held, was All Hallows' Eve. That three-word name eventually got shortened to Halloween.
Oh, well, now we know.
Why do we celebrate Halloween on October 31st? The ancient Gaelic fest of Samhain, which occurred on November 1st, but kicked off the evening before, is considered the earliest known root of some of our secular Halloween traditions. It marked a pivotal time of year when seasons change, but more importantly, observers also believe the boundary between this world and the next became especially thin, enabling them to connect with the dead. This is also where Halloween gains its haunted connotations. Was that your
Sorry.
woo?
Yeah. Because I said haunted. I was helping.
The path
Sound
to
effect.
Christian Halloween date of October 31st is a little more complex. Pope Boniface the Fourth began All Saints' Day in the early 7th century when he dedicated the Pantheon in Rome to the saints. But the day was May 13th. What?
That's close.
What? That's so confusing. Wait, what? We're talking about
Only
the
like 6
31st
months
and
later.
then it's. Yeah. Okay. In the next century, Pope Gregory the Third changed the day to November 1st. Okay, we're getting a little closer when he dedicated a chapel in St. Peter's Basilica to the saints. Man, how many things do the saints get?
All of the things.
All of the things. Yes, you're right.
Mhm.
Yet another century later, Pope Gregory, another Greg the Fourth, added All Saints' Day to the Christian calendar, extending the celebration from Rome to churches throughout the world. With All Saints' Day came All Hallows' Eve on October 31st. This was perhaps an effort to offset the pagan celebration of Samhain with a religious celebration. What? Take away the pagan celebrations. That's not fair.
Yep. Take it all. Saints.
Well, that was interesting. So it basically Halloween came from the church. Really, it came from the pagans, but
Yeah, a combo.
mm-hmm.
They're like, you guys had all the fun stuff, and then we gave you the rest.
Yeah, but it became official.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like
Mhm.
official with the Catholic Church doing it.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. And we all think it's like an evil day, you know. Then it really had nice, wholesome beginnings, you know.
Most things do,
Wait until we read
don't
about
they?
the early pagan holiday of Samhain involved a lot of ritualistic ceremonies to connect to the spirits. As the Celts were polylistic. I don't know what that word is. Can you look that
I
up,
don't
please?
know. I think that looks right.
But I mean, can you
Polyphist.
look up the meaning? I don't know what
Oh,
polylistic is.
yeah.
Oh, wait, we got another picture.
Um, relating to or characterized by belief in or worship of more than one god.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. That's cool. And also they
I
did. I like the way that. What? Go ahead.
I just the next one just
Oh
said belief in many gods. I'm like, well, that summed it up a lot quicker.
no, but I like the first one better because they separated worshiping and believing.
Yeah.
So it didn't discount that other gods exist, but it would allow you to only worship yours,
Yeah.
the one you chose, I guess. So, you know, like kind of like the normal Christianity belief, there's only one God. You could actually believe in multiples and still just worship the one. That would be
Yep.
a lot more reasonable and accommodating to the lesser gods if you believe yours is greater. And Zeus is over there like, screw you, God. I used to be the best. Everybody
Yep.
loved me. Okay, so while there isn't a lot of detail known about these celebrations because they are secret, many believe
Mhm.
the Celts celebrated in costume. Yeah, costumes are so much fun.
Yep. Well, they are fun. Of course they did.
Oh, I didn't put mine on. I got distracted. Tell us some jokes for a second.
Oh, yeah. Um, let's see. Wasn't ready. Uh, why did the policeman ticket the ghost on Halloween? It didn't have a haunting license. I get it. Instead of hunting. man. Uh, why do demons and ghouls hang out together? Because demons and are a ghoul's best friend. Oh man, that's good.
Where's the prompts
What
at?
what does a panda ghost eat? Bamboo. Oh, that's good stuff.
How do I put stuff on? Where'd you find your stuff at? I see head. Oh, never mind. Nope, that wasn't it. Let's see headphones, glasses. There we go. There's my Halloween costume.
Where do ghosts buy their food? At the ghostery store. That's good stuff.
That one was funny. All right. So I got my costume on. Don't I look so fancy?
How much better? Yep. With your evil. Are those glasses or
Yeah,
is
that's
it
all I
just
could
like a
find. I
mustache
couldn't
way up
find
there?
I couldn't find hats to put on. I don't know, maybe because I'm wearing a hat. It wouldn't let me put on a hat.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to go with glasses or headphones or something. So I went with like flame
Yeah.
eye glasses. So let's just pretend I got flame eyes instead of the buttons behind them. Okay. Granted, the costumes were as simple as animal hides as disguise against ghost. Enjoyed special feasts. Oh, that's cool. We don't have feasts. And made lanterns by hollowing out gourds. Hence the history of jack-o'-lanterns. Over
Oh.
time, as Christianity took over, the pagan undertones for the holiday were lessened. The basic traditions of the holiday remained as part of pop culture every year. They simply evolved and modernized. The mythical rituals of earlier times evolved into more lighthearted fun. Bobbing for apples, for example, became popular as a fortune-telling game. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Apples would be selected to represent all of women's suitors. And the guy or apple she ended up biting into would supposedly represent her future husband.
I always thought that game was weird. Now it's
makes sense.
solidified.
Yeah, it just makes sense. It's like, oh, that, when you really think about it, that's the best way to pick a partner. Just like put their name on an apple, throw them in a bin, and just see who you bite into.
Yeah. I thought it was just a reason for a girl's shirt to get all wet.
I didn't think of that till you just said it. That's so horrible.
I know. That's why I never liked it. I was like, that feels weird.
I never thought of that. Girls are like. I'm trying not to cuss because I was gonna say something.
And I've had to stop.
Gosh darn it! I got to do the Bob from Apples again.
Yeah. I thought it was.
And they had that at school events. I mean, given it was like young kids, so there probably wasn't the same type of problem. But it's so funny. I never, in all my years, I never thought about that. That's like, yeah, that would make sense. It would make complete sense because you got to get right down in it and lean over. Total sense.
Yep.
Horrible.
Yeah. It's weird.
Trick or treating. Many people are said to dress up as saints and recite songs. That's no fun. Reverses door to door. Children also go door to door asking for soul cakes. Okay, that sounds a little.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh.
They treat similar. Use a different name for that.
Yeah.
Special Halloween cakes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you're the house handing out soul cakes. You can make the news for sure. Technical note: Soul cakes originated as part of All Souls Day holiday on November 2nd. Yep, the third holiday following Halloween and All Saints Day, but eventually became part of Halloween night as the concept evolved into trick or treating. The candy grabbing concept also became mainstream in the US in the early to mid 1900s, during which families would provide treats to children in hopes they would be immune to any holiday pranks. Oh, that is the best.
Yeah. I like it.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna stand by. You know how trick or treating started? You had to hand it was how the mafia got their idea. They're like, you need protection.
Yep.
From what?
That's
From us.
yeah.
Or I mean, from the police or other bad gangs and stuff. But there
Yeah.
are no bad gangs, and the police don't do anything. Nope. And then you stage things, and yeah, that's exactly it. Because they just had that what is it? A new show, Donnie Briscoe or something, where like some mafia guy gets kicked out and has to go to Montana, and then he's like trying to all of a sudden start a little thing there, and then he's like intimidating this store owner, and he says exactly what I just said, where it's like,
Mhm.
you know, you need protection. He's like, from what? And from the police and other gangs. He's like, we don't have any problems. He's like, you will. And then next thing you know, it's like a whole bunch of crazy scenes, and it's like, oh yeah, he started it. So, that's cool. How Halloween is celebrated today, we all know.
Yep.
Oh, there's pumpkin carving. Let's see what else. Is there anything else in that? There are some amazing best-selling Halloween stuff from Amazon.
Excellent.
I'm glad we spare our viewers that nowadays.
Yeah, I do too.
So, ooh, what do we got here?
Ooh, witchy.
Scroll up on my article. Ancient origins of Halloween. It's the same, pretty much the same information. The Celts who lived 2,000 years ago, mostly in the area that is now Ireland.
Yay, good job, Patricia.
Patricia. The United Kingdom
Oh,
and Northern.
TV likes my jokes. Thank you. I
They've
like
been
them
good
too.
today.
Huh?
I said
The
they've been
jokes?
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween jokes are a little better formed
Then-
than our regular jokes. Not that you're not writing the jokes, so I realize that.
Yeah.
But
No, it's personal.
Yep.
I'm offended. Just kidding.
on the night of October, yeah, we already know about Samhain. In addition to causing trouble and damaging crops, Celts thought that the presence of other worldly spirits made it easier for the Druids, or the Celtic priests. Wait. Oh, to make predictions about the future. Because I was thinking the Celts were against the Druids and the Celtic priests. It's like, wait, they're both called the same thing.
Yeah.
They your people. For a people entirely dependent on the volatile nature world, these prophecies were an important source of comfort during the long winter. So a little more about the histories, and then they talk about All Saints Day.
I like that picture. The
When
Witch
we learn
ladies?
about witches, we'll probably figure out the pointy hat thing.
I hope so.
All Souls Day was celebrated with bonfires, parades, and dressing up in costumes as saints, angels, and devils. Halloween comes to America, pretty much the same thing. Colonial Halloween festivals also featured telling of ghost stories and mischief making of all kinds. I stole your horse's shoe. By
Rude.
the middle, loosen the lug nuts on a carriage or something. A wagon.
A little death never hurt anybody.
Yeah, like and what happens is you get a scratch and it's like death.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you wouldn't want to get cat scratch fever, probably.
Oh
Annual
yeah,
autumn
probably.
festivities were common, but Halloween was not yet celebrated everywhere in the country. New immigrants, millions of Irish fleeing the Irish potato famine, helped to popularize the celebrations of Halloween nationally.
I like it.
The history of trick or treating, we already found out about. Um, oh, there was Europeans began to dress up. Oh, so this is Europeans. Borrowing from European traditions, Americans began to dress up in costumes and go house to house asking for food or money, a practice that eventually became today's trick or treat tradition. Young women believed that on Halloween they could divine the name or appearance of their future husband by doing tricks with yarn, apple boob bobbing, or mirrors.
That's weird.
Oh, Halloween parties started in the 1920s and the 1930s. By the 1950s, town leaders had successfully limited vandalism, and Halloween had evolved. It took them until the 1950s before people stopped destroying stuff.
Yeah, 20 or 30 years of that's hilarious. Oops.
All right, cool. All right, 2 minute break.
Yep, I am ready.
And then Halloween movies, real quick before you leave this article, started in like 1978
What with Halloween?
with Halloween. And then after that, it just spawned tons of Halloween.
Excellent.
All right.
Yep, Nightmare on Elm Street. Yep, good stuff.
Oh, no, go
All
ahead and
right.
read them. I thought we were rolling out.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I
go.
was just like,
Yeah. What's your favorite out of this little list? The one we're seeing.
uh, well, um, oh, it's tough. So I love Nightmare on Elm Street. The first one and the third one are my favorite. Um, but Nightmare Before Christmas is such a good movie, and so is Beetlejuice, and so is The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. So I don't know,
I'm going Beetlejuice.
number one.
Number
But
one.
is it a Halloween movie?
No, but
It's
it's on
just
this
a
list. That's why I said this list.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
neither
True
is Nightmare on Elm
Halloween.
Street, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy was horrible.
yeah.
Because he got in your dreams. Like
I know.
everybody
I
else
know.
had to be real and chase you, so you just had to go to like woods or a bad camp or something. No,
Yeah.
just going to sleep and Freddy would mess with you. No,
Yep.
no,
You're
no.
like, now I just gotta stay awake.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there's also Hellraiser.
Oh yeah, Hellraiser.
Those are good. Yep.
Old
All right,
Pinhead.
2 minute.
Yep,
Oh,
2 minutes.
sorry.
No, you're cool. Yeah, let's go. All right, 2 minutes.
Okay.
Somehow I turned surround sound on. I don't have the jokes.
I got jokes.
Oh, there's the joke, girl.
Um,
Always with you and the jokes.
what's a ghost's favorite play? Romeo and Juliet. What does a ghost mom say when she gets in the car? Fasten your seat belts.
Oh, that one's not as good, but yeah. What do we got?
Why don't mummies take time off? They're afraid to unwind.
It took us that one I had to think about. I like that one. Wait. Hey, can you send me that one? Just copy that and put it in chat.
Yep.
Because we have a team meeting tomorrow. I'm gonna use that one. That one was good.
All right. One more. What kind of music do mummies like listening to on Halloween?
Rap music. Yeah.
Rude. I'm just kidding. The kiddo at my house has been telling me I'm rude a lot lately, so it's worked its way into my vocabulary as well. Like everything's rude lately. It's funny. I mean, I take it as a compliment, obviously. So, all right, on to the next.
What is this? That's crazy.
We'll
just slowly go down our.
That's a great movie.
What one is that?
Exorcist.
Oh yeah, I don't watch that one much. That one I wouldn't be able, like, I've watched it once maybe. That's good.
I haven't watched it in a long time. It was one of my favorites. That and Rosemary's Baby. I love those movies. I used to watch them all the time. So it's been probably 15, probably almost 20 years since I watched either of them.
All right, we talked about making jack-o'-lanterns, put them on a front porch. That's a tradition because this one is 5 spooky Halloween traditions in the U.S.
Ooh.
And I go to the actual picture. So making
Aww.
jack-o'-lanterns. And I like that one. That's one of my more favorites. I might have to go get a pumpkin.
I forget to do it every year.
I still got 2 days.
Yep,
Just
I know.
to do. I like painting them too. I like both ways.
Yeah,
but
that is fun.
You can't. They last longer, but other people can't really see them from far away.
Yeah.
And you don't get the opportunity to have them smashed by unruly kids.
I know. I think the last one that I made got smashed.
That's the best.
Yeah, it ruined Halloween.
I remember as a kid stomping one.
Aw. Yeah.
It was our own.
Well, that's okay then. You're like, it's my pumpkin. I do what I want with it.
All right. Wearing spooky costumes.
Oh, the Wicked Witch.
We got trick-or-treating, visiting haunted houses.
Oh, yeah. On Halloween? That sounds scary.
That's not a good haunted house, so we'll go back to the witch one. Yeah. So, this sounds crazy, right? Why would anyone intentionally visit a haunted house? During the Halloween season in the U.S., venues all across the country transform themselves into mazes of terror. Haunted houses typically have especially scary themes, like clowns. What?
Yeah. That's funny. I was thinking of like houses that are always considered haunted.
I know, that's what I was.
I just had a moment.
Yep, nope.
Sorry, folks.
But sometimes bring a variety of horrifying topics together to create the most bone-chilling experience possible.
Ooh, my bones are chilled.
My bones are chilled. No, it's just cold out. It's like 30 degrees.
Yeah. Well, not here. But...
Yeah, you guys always have nice haunted house times. I remember freezing, hoping you get inside where it's warm.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like, get me out of here.
Be alert for actors who will jump out from behind corners and hopefully not hurt you.
Right? I like the ones where they show people get scared and they punch the person
Hmm.
that's scared of.
Hmm.
Like, well, that's fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
everybody's got fight or flight, and you don't always know until it happens. So,
Yeah, I would want to keep distance from people. You're exactly right. The ones that
yeah,
jump out, you're taking your life in your hand. Or at least to a guy. That's probably why they
yeah.
probably target kids and females because maybe they.
Well, yeah, because a kid's just gonna pee their pants. I, to me, yeah, I don't know. Like, I scared my nephew when he was a little kid and he cried, and I can't even imagine having that be my job. For even if it was just for Halloween, just making somebody cry sounds I don't know. But, do what you love.
Do what you love. Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
know. I'm not. I used to want to do haunted house work, but not
Yeah?
anymore. Yeah, when I
No.
was younger, I thought it was cool to. It would be cool to work at one. But never did. And now,
Well,
definitely
it's not
not.
too late.
Oh, it is too late now.
Oh.
I don't go to them because of how dirty they are.
Oh,
Because
I
sometimes they
thought
make you
you just didn't think you
crawl.
were scary enough.
Huh?
I just I just thought maybe you didn't think you were scary enough.
Yeah, probably that too. Maybe. The history of witches. The origin of witches is unclear. Oh, early witches were people who practiced witchcraft, using magic spells and calling upon spirits for help or to bring about change. Most witches were thought to be pagans doing the devil's work. Many, however, were simply natural healers or so called wise women who chose the profession, whose choice of profession was misunderstood. I was just telling, I was just talking about that.
Hmm.
That they're all just witches are just misunderstood. They could be nice. Why do they have to be bad? It is
Well, because then, if a woman is smarter than you than a
I
man,
thought
then
that
a man's gonna be
exactly.
like, no, that's not right.
That's
She must be a
exactly.
witch."
Some dudes are like,
And
no.
yeah. It's before they could just put their wives in insane asylums. They're like, "She's a witch, burn her."
They used.
Put
Oh
a
my
rock on her
gosh.
and see if she floats.
Yeah.
We're
Let's
like,
say
"Oops,
that
my
women
bad."
had rights for a long time. They were equals, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Fuck this shit,"
Mhm.
and then they're
Ooh,
like, "They're witches."
zing.
Now I don't have to listen
Yeah,
to my wife. I just call her out as a witch, and then the kids
yeah,
figured it out, right?
yeah.
They were like, "Oh, we don't have to listen to mom anymore. I'll just
Yeah.
tell everybody she's a witch."
Or that pretty neighbor.
Or
Yeah.
that pretty neighbor. Oh, no, that's when the one woman got jealous of the other woman.
Yeah.
That's when you
Well,
guys
yeah,
started
because
calling each other
yeah,
out.
you just pit the women against each other, and then
Yep.
you're set. You just sit
Yeah,
back and let them do
exactly.
all the dirty work, and you just you
Yeah,
know,
you wouldn't
work
even
people
have
up
to
the
like
street.
cheat on her or anything. You just start talking to her more, the neighbor
Yeah.
lady, and then
Yeah.
your wife gets jealous and is just like, "Nope, witch, done."
Yep.
I
Done
don't
and
care if we
done.
went to school together and we were best friends for our whole lives.
School. I didn't go to school.
Well, farm
Yeah.
fields, school, whatever, schoolhouse stuff. I know they didn't go to school, probably. Little baby school, but let's see, what do we got? It's unclear exactly when witches became the historical scene, but one of the earliest records of a witch is in the Bible, in the book of 1 Samuel, thought to be written between 1930, yeah, 931 BC and 721 BC. It tells the story. When it's BC, it always messes me up because it counts down.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, they got this reversed. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's before zero. It tells the story of when King Saul sought the witch of Endor to summon the dead prophet Samuel's spirit to help him defeat the Pistopine, I forget,
Philistine.
Philistine. What?
The Philistine army.
Philistine
I
army.
think so. Yeah. I've
Philistine.
been watching The Librarians,
So you
and
you got better vocabulary now?
No, they've done some stuff with Samuel. I can't remember it now. It was a few episodes ago.
So they've been talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
The witch roused Samuel, who then prophesies the death of Saul and his sons. The next day, according to the Bible, Saul's sons died in battle and Saul committed suicide. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. The
Wow.
other day, Testament verses. What?
Other Old Testament. He said the other day.
I know. You just read for a minute. My GIMP infected eye is not working.
No, I thought that was awesome.
No, it was funny. You just read.
What
she said it because I was like, this totally doesn't make sense. The other day, the Old Testament was written.
Yeah.
I need more coffee. I'll be back in 10 minutes after.
No, don't go away. Other Old Testament verses condemn witches, such as. Oh wait, I was reading it off your screen. I forgot to tell you. Can't get all the things.
I don't have any other witch ones. We'll switch to a new witch guy. There we go.
Oh yeah. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Additional biblical passages caution against divination, chanting, or using witches to contact the dead. I mean, I don't know why you would want to well, I guess I do know why people want to contact the dead, but it still feels. I mean, if you really believe it, then that just doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That part is like, I get if you want to try, that's cool. Just let me know so I can avoid your area for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love Exorcist movies.
Well, that's a little different. You're not summoning them.
Yeah, well, usually they start with a Ouija board or something.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
something like that, like some sort of summoning or talking to the dead, and then it lets in these, demons or bad spirits or whatever, and then you're in big trouble.
No, that's where I stand by. I don't discount it. I don't go looking for it to be able to prove it exists or doesn't exist or any of it, because that's one of those ones that I don't want to find out if it does exist and it's bad. Like, I don't want to be like, if just by not going and looking for evil spirits or conjuring the dead or stuff like that. Now I like magic, like nice magic, not ones that I wouldn't be a necromancer. That's not the side that I'd be on. I would like. I usually played a healer, so I'd probably be like a druid or something like that. Something a little nicer. But I mean, they also can be bad. Any kind of sorcerer, but
maybe. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, you'd be a good one.
Yeah, I would love. But I have a sweatshirt that makes me a techno wizard.
Oh.
Yeah, it lights up. When I move my hands, I can cast spells. It has sound effects. It's cool. It's funny.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show that off.
One of these streams. Salem witch trials we all know about, so I'm just gonna gloss over that. If you don't, just look over it a lot. That's basically what we were talking about a little while ago. Are witches real? Of course they are. That's a silly question, and I can't get rid of this. It just keeps bouncing. There we go. I got used to side scroll. That was weird. One of the most famous witches in Virginia's history is Grace Sherwood, whose neighbors allege she killed their pig. Oh, that's stupid.
And hex their cotton, though. I mean, that's just like, yikes.
Well, they probably were dicks to her.
Yeah.
And she probably did that. I'm just like, that's like, they're just automatically painting this lady as like evil and bad. It's like, there's probably a little more to that story than what.
All that matters is that she killed their pig. Yeah.
That's not cool. The court decided the water test. That's the worst one too. I love the water test. It's like, well, if you drown,
if you float, you're.
Yeah, go ahead, tell it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you float, then you're a witch, and they're gonna burn you at the stake. And if you don't float, then are bad.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh well, I guess it wasn't a witch. Oh, there's no win in that situation. You're just fine or screwed. Yeah. Okay, so that's enough on that. Witches, witches, witches. Yep. Witches are real. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Like,
Well, it
witches,
says that
wizards. Go ahead.
that Grace Sherwood didn't sink. She was convicted of being a witch, but she
Oh, I
wasn't
didn't finish
killed.
the
She was
story.
put.
I just assumed she
Yeah,
drowned. I just assumed they all
I know. You're
drowned.
like, okay, next.
So she was super good at treading water with the cage over her or the rocks on her.
No, it says her arms and legs were bound, and she was thrown into a body of water. It was thought that if she sank, she was innocent. If she floated, she was guilty. That's insane. Her arms and legs were bound, and she still survived. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
but it was probably like, somebody that doesn't know how to tie knots very well. Or
Hopefully.
maybe she, like, if you take a really, really big breath, it's like, how long do you got to float for? Right? And
Hmm.
how heavy are the rocks? So I don't know, because we used to have to tread water with weights and on the swim team. Like
Oh, you
these big,
did?
yeah, yeah. And so, yeah, these big heavy bricks, and you had to like bring them up from the bottom, and yeah, so you could,
That's scary.
we, yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, it was in school. It's
Well,
totally
you
cool.
were on
Yeah,
the swim team, so it was
yeah.
like you had to get to be a better swimmer. I mean, I was on the
Yeah.
diving team because I wasn't a good swimmer, but I mean, I'm a
Mm.
solid swimmer, but not swim team level. But,
My dad can float really well, and
Kenny.
he just falls asleep and he just like floats around the pool. And like, cause they've got like one of those little, it's a manatee and it like spits water into the pool. And so he'll just like, it just like kind of pushes him around. It's enough of a thing that he just floats around and takes a little nap in the pool. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah. But yeah, he can't sink. He
That's
just
good.
floats.
Yeah, he's really good at controlling his air in his lungs. Then that's all it is, kind of. And probably has some other buoyancy, maybe. I don't know. That's
Yep.
interesting. I wonder if people are naturally more buoyant than others. I mean, I'd
I don't
assume because there's everything, every variation of everything. It seems like.
Yeah, well, I think like for me, there's like I haven't swam in a long time or been in the pool in a long time. But like different sizes. Like there's like when I was really small, I sank like a rock. But then when I was bigger, I would float better. So I don't know. Maybe it's like fat. Because I like to fluctuate my weight.
No, that's interesting. I was just like, huh, I wonder if fat is more buoyant or heavy, like because it's more dense. Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
but it's water, so then you kind of get like a equilibrium where you float just beneath the surface.
Yeah, right. Or your butt just gets so big that it's like, okay, we'll just stay up here. It keeps you floating. I don't know.
I know it's a lot of air control in your lungs, though. That's what we were taught in swimming. It's
Yeah,
basically
that's
just
what
keeping
I've heard
enough
as
air
well.
in you. It helps when you tread water and all that. Oh, oops. I texted the wrong person. I was messaging you and I messaged Craig. So I thought I was talking to you last. So he's just got that message. All right. Black cats, the myth, the legend, and the science. One of nature's prettiest sights is that of a. Oh, and my cat comes running out. I have
Aw.
a black cat. That's why I wanted to make sure we covered this.
You
His
have a cat?
freaking hand's stuck. Oh, hold on. I gotta help him. Oh, never mind. He released himself. Oh, that was the best. He came out and was like scratching his scratching post and he got stuck. And he's just there with an arm up in the air
Oh.
trying to loosen it. And I was like, oh, that looks like that sucks. He's looking back at me. It was so funny.
Poor little guy. He's like, hello.
Um, I did you see that I messaged you in Discord?
Oh.
Yeah, not text. Uh, Black cat myths and facts. Black cat lore is widespread, and oh yeah, I was reading the shiny black cat with amber eyes. Um, but as pretty as they are, they don't come without controversy. Um, it can be hard to decipher the difference between black cat myths and facts. One thing is certain: black cats stand out? I have owned many black cats and have never had one with a bad disposition. Well, then you must treat your cat nice. You
That's
can make it
probably
mean
true.
if you want. Right, little dude?
Yeah.
Little dude. What do you think?
He's like, don't talk to me.
No, he
person.
gave a little meow and he came over.
Aw, what a sweet kitty.
Oh, yeah, he's a nice guy.
Is he going to be a bat again this year?
Of course, that's his only costume. He doesn't get new stuff. We were talking
Aw.
about finally getting him a new toy after 5 years or whatever.
Aw, yeah, he needs a new toy.
Yeah, he was playing with this spinny ball thing. He just lays there and he's like, "This is so boring." Let's see. Wherever you go, someone has an opinion about black cats. Black cat myths, and facts. What kind of facts? They're just cats.
Cat facts. Black cat facts.
All right, let's scroll down. Famous black cats. In life and lore, black cats have made their mark. Some notable black cats are Dr. Samuel Johnson's cat Hodge, Trim, a brave seafaring cat, George W. Bush's cat India, Felix the cat, Pluto, Edgar Allan Poe, I guess. I've never heard of any of these cats except for Felix the cat. Oh,
Yeah,
and Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Oh, and Binks, because I just watched both of the Hocus Pocuses.
Aw.
Have you seen the new one?
Nope.
Oh, you should.
I only saw the original or the first one once, so I feel like I need to watch the first one first.
You should.
And then...
Yep. Watch the first one and then watch the second one because they play together well. I think the second's better now. I like that one more.
Aw, nice. Yeah, I'll check it out.
The sign because it's in. I don't know. You have. He might not be interested. I was gonna say the kid. I was like that age.
No, he likes Hocus Pocus.
Okay, cool.
I think.
I was gonna say that.
But he wants to watch Halloween.
Yeah, I was gonna say that age is like ready for the dark crap.
Yeah.
The science
Well,
of black.
it's funny. He watched the first 10 minutes of the new Halloween movie, and then he didn't watch anymore. He was bored after that. I'm like, that's fine. You can be bored and do something else. I mean, I wasn't watching it. I didn't watch that movie. Anyway, sorry.
No,
Let's
you're
continue.
Fine. I was just like, man, do I ever? I don't know. I was talking to my mom about Halloween movies, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even like messing with scary stuff. It's just like, it's not like, yeah, there are some jump scares. I'm not saying I don't get scared, but overall, I'm just like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I used to watch like, good ones too. But my favorite are still like the 80s like B-rated movies where they're stupid and funny.
Oh, like Sleepaway Camp and
What?
I don't
Night of
know.
the Living Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything Mystery Science Theater would pick up. Ooh, that'd be cool. Spenguli would be
Evil Dead. Those
Evil
ones
Dead.
are...
Oh, Evil Dead's classic.
Mhm.
That's probably my favorite scary movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one is actually kind of creepy though. If you really take away the comedy.
Yeah. The first one was more creepy.
Yeah.
The second one is hilarious. And then Army of Darkness is always.
Then he's got a fourth one now.
Is there the new one that came out a few years ago? Is that the one you're talking? That one is actually scary. I did not like it. I mean, I liked it. I was like, man, they did a good job.
Then he's got
it
the
was
series
horrifying.
on it too now.
I know. I couldn't get into it. By then I was just kind of I was starting to get away from the well, I love the stories, but I like you, I kind of done with the horror movies cuz like my brother is really into slasher movies, so we watch like Dead Alive and which was one of our favorites and then like all the other slasher movies, but I kind of got away from it and I don't know. I like to watch things that don't take a lot of energy, and horror movies are like the most energy sucking movie anything out there. So, but Bruce Campbell was in one of the episodes of The Librarian. He played Santa Claus, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, I like him. I like him in anything.
Mhm.
And I'm glad he gets to do tons of stuff, and you see him in
Yeah.
a lot of things. Like,
Yeah, did you ever see Bubba Hotep?
no.
It's not that good. Yeah, yeah, he's an old guy. You should watch it. It's pretty funny. It's a
The
good one.
science of black coats and cats.
Oh.
Cat Fanciers Association. What? Cat Fanciers Association. So you fancy cats. Recognize like that's the sorry, that's like not a cool name for an
No,
association.
that's
Like
horrible.
I'd have been like,
They're like, "Fine, if you're gonna have a association, it has to be called Cat Fancier."
yeah, I mean, I don't know, just like cat enthusiast is even better.
Mhm.
Um,
Cat
rec-
Association.
yeah, just cat associate. Yeah, CA. There you go. CFA. I don't know. Recognizes 22 breeds of cats that may be black. Oh. The breed known as Bombay is exclusively black. Many black cats have golden eyes because of the high melanin pigment content. Black cats come in short, medium, and long-haired fur. One of the long-haired black cats has white roots, and he appears silver if shaved. Oh, whoa!
That's cool.
I want to shave you, little dude. Oh,
Don't
he
sh
just looked at me
don't
like,
shake little
"What?"
dude.
Oh,
He's
I
like,
wish
"I'm
I would
running
have had
away."
video of that. It's like this, like glaring kind of eyes, like kind of like the cat in the picture, but a little bit. He's just like, yeah, no. That was the best. All cats are genetically either red or black, or variations thereof.
Hmm,
Huh.
that's weird.
Uh-huh. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Two melanins account for the color.
Did this
Something EU melanin produces
hmm,
the blacks and the browns. Melanin produces the reds to creams. Both cat parents must carry the black gene in order to produce a black kitten. Two black cats will almost always have black kittens. Sweet. Naming a black cat. Art and history are filled with names that can suit a black cat well. Once I had one named Faust. I have Sable and Spitfire. What's this dude's just like naming off his
he's like,
cats?
"Here's my kitties."
He likes his cat.
Oh, and then he's got a list of black cat name ideas. That's hilarious. Like, I don't know.
Little dude. Hey, you want
I
a
had a
yeah? You want a
I
new
had a
one?
black cat and her yeah. He's like, "I don't even have a name. I'm just little dude."
What was your cat's?
Oh, she was a black cat. She was like a tuxedo cat, and her name was Bee, which
B.
was so cute. Yeah, she was a fat old cat, and her name was Bee, like Bee Arthur. Just this cute little old lady name. Sweet puppies. Sweet kitties. Sorry. I have dogs now. I'm confused.
Do we need a 2 minute
Like,
break or are you good?
yeah, I do. I need
Yep.
a quick break.
I was looking at my empty coffee. Cool. Back to.
Okay.
I have like two musics going?
Nice
Maybe not.
or not.
Oh, it's just the words. That's what that one is.
What's a vampire's favorite fruit? Nectarines.
Oh, see, I went to passion fruit, but I couldn't figure out how that worked.
Passion fruit.
I know. That's seriously. That's what it came to. That was my first thought. I was like, passion fruit because it's red, and right? I think it is.
Yep.
And so
I
that's,
think
I was
so.
like,
I
how
don't
does
know.
that name work? Is it just because it looks
Yeah.
bloody? I'm contemplating that, and then you like, oh, nectarines. I'm like, oh yeah, duh. That makes sense. One more.
How do vampires get around on Halloween? On blood vessels.
That one's good.
Oh man, that's good times.
I like it because you can't travel on blood vessels.
Mm.
All right. We're going to cut through our next few because we'll get into where some stuff's at. So we have some facts about black cats. Some cultures, black cats are good luck. That would only be in Japan. Oh, and Germany. Black cats are a sailor's best friend. Not only were cats welcome above, yeah, of course, there's rats and mice, but the sailors generally welcome aboard British vessels. Generally thought a black cat in particular would bring good luck and ensure a safe return home.
It still says that intermission, I think.
Oh, we're not viewing things.
Yep.
Cool.
I just wanted to refresh before I said anything in case because that's happened before. Aw, there's a cat.
There is no one black cat breed, yet we just talked about the CFA. Repeat there. Black cats are easily adopted as cats of other colors. What? It's common to think that black cats in shelters are last in line to find forever homes, but they suggest otherwise. Black cats are some of the highest. Their total number. I don't understand. They contradict themselves.
Well,
Oh, okay. So they're just saying it doesn't matter. It's just like
yeah.
they're just like every other cat. Cool. Black cat's coat can rust. Oh, that's interesting.
Whoa.
Genetic quirk. All right. The gene that causes black fur might make these felines resistant to disease.
Oh, like redheads.
Why? Redheads are more
Mm.
resistant
I
to
thought
disease.
so.
That's cool.
Maybe that's just a story that
Yeah.
redheaded people have told me.
They're saying that the scientists went and infected cats with HIV.
That's awful.
Yeah, and they were more resistant to it. And so they're
Yeah.
studying them to see how that can help cure HIV. And I'm like, I never heard cats. I think we cured HIV, right? I think we figured out we're like, if not, we're insanely close. And I never heard cats mentioned once.
I think so, but I think it's like so outrageously expensive that
Oh,
it doesn't um you might as well not. Well, either that or it's just you have to have a lot of money to get it. Cuz I mean, isn't Magic Johnson, doesn't he have like it's it's like it's not detectable in him in his blood anymore? Was that the right? Yeah, that was right.
yeah, that's what they do. Yeah. How much is it?
I don't know.
Would you say like tens of thousands? Do you think? I wonder how much the medicine is. It'd be interesting. That's where it sucks. Like you need medicine to do things and certain things, and it's actually helpful, and then it costs a bazillion dollars. That's where that Martin Shkreli, nobody feels bad about him.
So HIV care, a type of medication called antiretroviral therapy, regular visits with your doctor, and regular visits. One study estimated that costs of this care could run anywhere from between $1,800 to $4,500 each month
Oh,
during a person's
Jesus.
lifetime. Most of this, about 60%, comes from the high cost of the medication.
Yep.
But that's just treatment. That's not the so yeah, it says it can cost more than 36,000 per patient per year.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's just
Yeah.
I, those types of things people shouldn't have to pay for.
Yep.
Definitely. Kind of like not to go totally tangent, but like tampons and stuff like that. It's like that should be free. uh,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've had the pleasure of working at places where at grocery stores even where they just had them, not the machines, but just had like a basket with uh
oh, if you want to take stuff.
yeah. Yeah, just
Yep. Yeah.
so.
But
I always
it's
I
kind of
always
like
like
that.
that.
It's like things that you have to have. And we couldn't figure out a way to make this a lot better for people. So,
No. Why when you can just charge them an
yep.
outrageous amount of money? It's very expensive.
You can visit a cat cafe devoted to cats in
Oh.
the doors of Nikobayaka in Himji, Japan. And tons of black cats that you can't pick up, but you can pet them.
Oh, that's nice.
And they have different colored bandanas so you don't get confused.
That's hilarious. That's super cute. I like that.
And then it says black cats are difficult to photograph. But I've learned recently that I didn't realize that black people had trouble being photographed for a long time. It's not something
Mhm.
I ever realized on how that wasn't, because they advertise that now that they've improved it. And I was like, oh, that was a problem? Okay. So that was
Yeah, I've
interesting.
seen stuff like that on documentaries where they talk, just about the film industry in general, and that was always like a big excuse was that, oh, for lighting. Well,
Yeah, that's what I was
there's
just
different
thinking.
lighting, but it's like, well, yeah, but
Can't you just fix
that
that?
does, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, because I've
Yeah.
seen, we've seen plenty of pictures, and I have a photographer friend, and he's never complained about shooting black people, and
Yeah.
so it's really interesting. Um,
Yeah, I guess if you want, it's just an easy excuse, I
it
guess.
is. Like, and then now, okay, so it was an easy excuse, and now it's an easy marketing tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious. Um, why, like, if they really did improve anything.
No,
Now
there's
it got
just
me
like a
thinking.
new
Like, huh?
No,
All
it's
right.
exactly the same, but you could just feel better.
Yeah, now you feel better. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like okay, it's stupid. What is a ghost? A ghost is believed to be the spirits of a dead person that appears to be a living person. That
What?
appears to the
Oh,
living
no, that
person.
appears
People.
to living people.
Yeah, appears to be a
That's
living
all.
person. Oh, okay, that's a real ghost.
Yeah. Woo.
Depictions of ghosts vary from fine, translucent shapes to more realistic and lifelike forms. Concept of ghost is based on the ancient notion that a person's spirit exists separately from one's body, allowing it to survive when the body dies. Are ghosts real? No evidence. What does paranormal mean? The paranormal refers to events or phenomena that cannot be explained by normal scientific understanding. Examples include things like telepathy, spiritualism, as well as pseudo like ghost hunting and cryptozoology.
Like
Cryptozoology.
Bigfoot?
Yeah, just like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Exactly. What does supernatural mean? It refers to the supposed phenomena that exist outside the laws of nature, such as angels, demons, and gods, not Bigfoot. Paranormal, Bigfoot, supernatural, angels, demons, gods. Interesting.
Interesting. I
Yeah,
like it.
I never really looked into the separation of those two.
Yeah. I just always assumed it
We
was
just
like
said what the difference was.
that
You always assumed what?
they were kind of the same. or the opposite. Like I always thought of supernatural as kind of like anything that didn't make sense, and paranormal was just related to ghosts. Well, I guess that is what it is, but
Yeah,
would you consider demons anything? Everything else?
I wouldn't know. Yeah, supernatural. I wouldn't. I would have been more off on that one. Paranormal. I would have said, oh, ghosts.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
Yeah,
And
but the cryptozoology, that's what's throwing me off under paranormal.
mhm. Like, attempt to prove the existence of mythical creatures.
Yeah. Like
Do people believe ghosts are real? Of course. The Ghost Club was founded in 1862. It is believed to be the oldest such organization in the world and counted both Charles Dickens and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle as among its members. The club continues to meet today, and investigations are performed in England and Scotland every year.
hmm,
In 1882, a similar organization called the Society for Psychical Psychic Psychical Research.
hey,
It's just a weird
that
word.
looks right. I have no idea. I've never seen that word. Psychical? So
Yeah.
weird.
Was founded with the aim of studying ghost stuff. During the 19th century, lots of psychic mediums in America claimed that they were able to communicate with the dead. However, these were exposed as frauds and skeptics. By when you leave out a word, it changes the word after it. Um,
Hmm.
by skeptics and investigators such as Harry Houdini. He's like, "You are a fraud. I am Houdini. You are a fraud." Ghost hunting. Yep, cool. Different types of ghosts. Poltergeists. One of the most recognizable type of ghost. The poltergeist means noisy or unruly ghost. Are believed to have the ability to knock over things, manipulate the environment, and make noises.
That was a good movie too. You moved the headstones, but you didn't move the bodies. Sorry.
Gotta do it all.
Yeah, that's good.
Residual hauntings. That's where things happen throughout the day. Knocking on doors, opening things, I would imagine. Shadow people or silhouettes of
Ooh.
humanoid figures. Presence of supernatural or paranormal forces.
Yeah, they say that on the shows and stuff, they say that the shadow people are really dangerous.
Then you have interactive personality. I don't. I was just thinking about. I was like, how do they really like? Are shadow people poltergeists then? Like, I was like, because when you said they're really dangerous, I was like,
Yeah, I
well,
don't know. Like I just remember there was like one episode of a one of those haunting shows, and there was like they kept saying, "Oh, they're shadow people, and you have to be really careful because they're not like human spirits." I mean, if you believe in all that, but I think shadow people aren't human spirits, and like the I don't know if poltergeists are supposed to be or not.
then you have ectoplasm or ectomist. I would say that would be evidence then.
Yeah,
So then, if we
that
if
you
we
got
if you
slime.
can prove that, then you
Yeah.
got proof. Come on. Orbs. Yep, orbs are common. I would say that would probably be your most common, and then poltergeist, or probably orbs, residual hauntings, poltergeist, and then the shadow people. Oh,
Probably.
and interactive, but I'd put interactive with residual hauntings. I'd kind of lump those two together.
Yeah,
All right, what are ghouls? We'll
I don't
end with
know.
this. What is a ghoul? Oh wait, I gotta switch pictures. We didn't do our ghosts, our poltergeists. But now we have
Boo.
ghouls, and they don't look cool.
No. Creepy.
A ghoul is a creature that appears from Arabic mythology. It is thought that ghouls have their roots in Yeah, you're good at this word. You did it before.
Mesopotamian?
Yeah. Go ahead. How about you read the ghoul?
Okay. Uh, uh, they have their roots in Mesopotamian religion and mythology because they have similar traits to Gallo demons. It's thought that the connection comes from the nomads of Arabia interacting with the Mesopotamian civilization and trading stories. The Gallo demons were known to be part of the underworld and were thought to carry victims. Oh, I was reading off your thing. I
Oh,
didn't
keep
say I
going.
pulled it
Sorry.
up. uh, thought to be to carry their victims off to the land of the dead to devour them. Ghouls of Arabic mythology have very similar characteristics. Here, I'll open it
That's fine.
now.
Well,
Because
we were
some of
getting
them,
close to time, so that's
yeah,
why I was just
yeah.
trying to see. Keep going.
What's
Some of them
that?
what?
Uh, ghouls. Oh, they have similar characteristics. Um, what do ghouls look like? The physical appearance of a ghoul is similar in both Arabic and European portraits of the creature, though there are some noticeable differences that should be taken into account. Okay. In many early myths, there are descriptions of ghouls who are quite hairy. This is possibly because they are known to have canine features. Having an appearance that is similar to a dog, it would be natural to conclude that the rest of the creature's appearance would have been animal like. However, it is important to note that there are ghouls in these early myths that hold the power to shapeshift. They are known to transform into beautiful women that lead men astray and into secluded areas. Yep. When the man was properly distracted, the ghoul and sometimes its pack would pounce on the lustful man and devour them. Yep.
Cool.
Uh, yep. So beware of beautiful women.
Yeah.
That sounds very
Don't
similar
be
to witches.
lured into the woods for the promise of
Like she's a
stuff.
ghoul. She's a witch. She's a ghoul.
That's just so,
Um,
like like her whole crew is sitting in the woods waiting to attack this guy.
I know. European descriptions of ghouls are interesting in that they are similar to the ghouls of Arabic folklore. In some senses, in others, they have changed entirely. The new ghouls still maintain their canine features and their hooves, but instead of presenting a hairy exterior, they transformed into pale creatures that have skin that looked rubbery in appearance. These creatures are reported to be sensitive to light, though not the same extent as vampires. Even though the light can cause them pain, it cannot kill them. In addition to being pale, these modern ghouls are also capable of shapeshifting. An interesting feature, however, is that these ghouls seem to have even greater shapeshifting abilities than the earlier ghouls. Recent literature has grown to suggest that ghouls are able to shapeshift into the form of the last victim they have devoured, regardless of whether the human was alive or dead when they feasted on their flesh. Additionally, it's been suggested that these ghouls can also access the memories of the person they devoured by eating their brain. Interesting. Effectively allowing them to blend into society without being discovered.
And did you
Ghouls
say
tend
how
to,
to kill ghouls?
not yet.
Okay,
Uh,
because I know we're at time. So,
oh, yep.
um,
They're
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you do it.
They
You
say
do it.
it is thought that electrocution and exposure to concentrated acids can kill ghouls. This has to be done thoroughly. If a ghoul is not dead, it can possibly regenerate itself and come back to finish you
Yay.
off.
Me? That's
And light is
horrifying.
not fatal to ghouls.
Nope.
The most famous ghoul is the genie from Aladdin's lamp.
Oh, that was a ghoul? He
Yep.
was a ghoul?
Ghouls are largely known to Europe. Translated the Thousand and One Nights, also known as the Arabian Nights, which translated into wonderful venture into Arabia, rich Arabic culture in the text, and then and then it eventually got renamed to Aladdin's stuff, right? So, yeah, he's a ghoul, but then there's
Hmm.
also the argument that he's a jinn, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how the variations are, but maybe we'll cover that in another episodes when we
I
learn
like
about other dark secrets. Or
Yep.
we can save it for next year's. So, coming up, we have our Manhattan project is next Saturday.
Can't wait.
Back to our regular time and day. And then we have tiny houses after that. And then we'll probably do Thanksgiving traditions. We'll have to now we have to be careful because if you've been following our stream, we have been doing our stream for officially 1 year now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We started with our Halloween
Yep.
episode. We weren't very
We sure
regular at
did.
the beginning, but we
No.
did start with an official Halloween one. There was ones before, but those were
Yeah. Those were practice.
practice. Yes, and they're still. I think they're still published too.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them were real bad. And so now we have to pay attention to what we already covered, especially around holidays. I don't want to recycle topics. And plus, I don't know, sometimes it's nice to hear the same things in case you forgot. But
Yeah. Well, I don't think we need to worry too much for last year. But yeah, next year we'll have to be more careful. We'll have to make note.
yep. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. Turn off intermission sign. I just saw that's where you told me to turn it off. But cool. And we'll talk to everybody next week.
Yep. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.